Absolutely. Here's a catchy short intro you can use at the start of your YouTube video for the bonus summary on your channel, BookShortz, including a friendly call to subscribe. Hey everyone, welcome back to BookShortz, your go-to place for quick and captivating book summaries. Today, we're diving into the bonus by T.L. Swan, a steamy office romance full of tension, drama, and unforgettable passion. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on the best book summaries that keep your reading list exciting and fresh. Now, let's get started. Have you ever imagined what it would be like if the man you hated the most suddenly became the only man you wanted? And what if that man held all the power over your future? That's the kind of emotional roller coaster. You'll get in the bonus by T.L. Swan, a seductive office romance packed with tension, drama, and unforgettable chemistry that will grip your heart from the very first page. This isn't just a love story. It's a story about hate that morphs into lust, about obsession that turns into passion, and about two broken people who find something real in the most unexpected of places. If you're looking for a romance that burns slow, then explodes like fireworks, then buckle in and get ready for the world of the bonus Emily. Foster is smart, determined, and trying to survive in a high-powered world where men hold the cards. She lands a job at a prestigious company, but from the moment she walks in, she knows she's stepped into a lion's den. The men are arrogant and entitled, the women are quiet and strategic, and the boss is none other than the infamous Natasha Marks, a woman who's not just successful, she's feared, and Emily quickly learns why. But everything changes when Natasha suddenly dies in a tragic accident, leaving behind a massive corporate empire and a very specific final request. Her half-brother and the newly appointed CEO is to take over the company with Emily at his side. Why Emily, no one knows, and no one more surprised than Emily herself. That's when we meet Jameson Miles, a brooding, powerful, emotionally detached man who has zero interest in anyone disrupting his world. He's the kind of man who controls every detail of his life. He doesn't do emotions, and he certainly doesn't do love. When he meets Emily, he's cold, dismissive, and makes it clear he doesn't want her there. But the will is legally binding, and they're stuck with each other. From the moment they're forced to work together, it's war. Jameson sees Emily as a nuisance, an unqualified distraction in his perfectly controlled universe. Emily sees Jameson as the most arrogant, cold-hearted man she's ever met, and yet underneath all that ice, there's fire. The more time they spend together, the more the hate sizzles into attraction, and the bonus Jameson is offering her to stay. It's not just financial, it's personal. Emily is no pushover. She's not going to be intimidated by Jameson or his empire. She fights back, stands her ground, and calls him out on every one of his ridiculous power moves. And something about that drives Jameson insane. She doesn't fall at his feet like the other women in his life. She challenges him. She sees through him. And that both infuriates and intrigues him. The tension between them builds in every interaction, every fight, every stare, every accidental touch turns into a spark. And when they finally give in to that pull, it's not gentle. It's wild and unrestrained. It's passion that's been simmering under the surface for weeks, and when it explodes, it consumes them both. But this story is not just about physical chemistry. It's about emotional walls slowly coming down. Jameson is a man with a past that's left him guarded and broken. He doesn't trust easily, and love is something he's never believed in. Emily, on the other hand, is fiercely independent but quietly vulnerable. She's been hurt before, and she's not looking to be someone's toy. What makes the bonus so addictive is how real and raw their journey feels. The characters are flawed. They mess up, they push each other away. They say things they don't mean, but they also grow. They start to see each other not just as rivals or lovers, but as partners, as people who understand each other in ways no one else does. Jameson starts to change. Not overnight, and not easily, but slowly his icy exterior starts to crack. He begins to open up to Emily, letting her see glimpses of the man behind the billionaire mask. He confesses things he's never told anyone, fears, insecurities, regrets. And Emily doesn't run. She listens. She challenges him to be better. She makes him want to be the kind of man who deserves her. But with great passion comes great conflict. There are secrets between them, misunderstandings, betrayals that threaten to rip them apart. Jameson struggles to let go of control, and Emily fears she's falling for a man who will never truly let her in. There's a constant push and pull between them, one step forward, two steps back. Their relationship is a battlefield, but also a sanctuary. They hurt each other, but they also heal each other. And every moment they spend together is a tug of war between pride and vulnerability, trust and fear. The corporate backdrop adds another layer of intensity to the story. There are power plays, boardroom politics, jealous ex-lovers, and people within the company who want to see both of them fail. The pressure is relentless and the stakes are high, but through it all, Emily and Jameson begin to realize they're stronger together than apart. One of the most compelling aspects of this story is watching Jameson's transformation. He starts as a man who believes emotions are weaknesses, who hides behind power and control. But Emily forces him to confront his demons, to look at himself and ask what kind of life he really wants. And somewhere along the way, he realizes that love isn't weakness. It's the strongest force of all. Emily, too, undergoes her own transformation. She starts as someone who just wants to survive in a ruthless world, but ends up discovering her own worth, her own strength, and her own ability to change the people around her. She's not just Jameson's match, she's his, equal. And then there's the bonus, the mysterious incentive that Jameson offers Emily for staying with him. It begins as a business arrangement, but turns into something so much deeper, something that neither of them expected, something that changes both of their lives forever. The emotional climax of the book is powerful, raw, and incredibly satisfying. After everything they've been through, after all the fighting and falling and rising again, Jameson and Emily are finally ready to face the truth. They love each other, not in a fairy tale way, but in a real, messy, complicated way. A love that's been earned through fire. Swan doesn't just write romance. She writes stories about broken people finding their missing pieces, about how love can be both painful and healing, about how sometimes the person you thought was your worst enemy becomes your greatest love. The bonus is a book that will leave you breathless. It's sexy but also emotional. It's dramatic but also deeply human. It makes you laugh, cry, and want to scream at the characters while secretly cheering them on. It's a story that reminds you that love doesn't always arrive the way you expect it. Sometimes it comes wrapped in hate, misunderstanding, and chaos. But when it's real, it's worth every fight. So if you're looking for a romance that's more than just lust on the page, if you want to feel every heartbeat, every argument, every kiss, and every tear, then The Bonus by T.L. Swan is the story you need. It's not just a book, it's an experience. And once you start, you won't be able to stop. If you want to listen full audiobook for free, link in description.